This is All Access MMA.
You can tell my next guest does not get paid by the hour. He's coming off a 38-second victory over Christian Edwards last week at Bellator 266. It's Ben Parrish joining me here on the program for the very first time. Has life changed at all since that fight? Because you captured a lot of attention last week, man.
Brother, look at me, man. I just got off work. My boss, my district manager was in my office all week, and they love it, man. All for it. I had an audit today, was at the gym this week. I got amateurs fight this weekend. Oh, man, life ain't changed for me.
I want to go all the way back even before the fight. The fight kept falling through, right? It fell through, I think, 2 times. Was part of you worried that the fight might not happen? Because I know it was a great opportunity for both of you to fight each other. What was going through your head once that third fight happened? I bet you probably didn't believe it until the cage door actually closed, right?
I did not believe it until the weigh-ins. I knew we was set in stone then. There was no escape,
sense.
you know. I honestly never thought it would rematerialize. I thought they would let him fight, you know, Melvin Manhove or, you know, one of those guys, especially after he called him out.
Could that fight have gone any better? Was that what you were expecting when you walked in there?
Yes, but I will say, I'm not a perfectionist, but how I know I'm elite is I don't feel any better right now off of beating him, because he's good, but I always knew I was going to do that, number one. And then number two, I've already found all the mistakes I made in 38 seconds that I want to fix. I won't go into details because some people may or may not, you know, pay attention to that sort of thing and miss them, but I definitely saw them there. And that was the only ring rust I really had. I think round 2 would have really been I pick up speed as I go. I'm a slow starter. I think that round 2 would have been really bad. I don't think he would have ever left round 2. And if he made it to round 3, I mean, let's be real. They say that I'm not in shape and all this stuff, but if you go watch my fights, it's barn burner from bell to bell. Even when I went to decisions, like I'm not letting you off the hook
for sure. And look, it's not a bodybuilding contest. I mean, Fedor, who's one of the best fighters of all time, Fedor Emelianenko. You think that guy's doing any bodybuilding competitions? Probably not, because he's just a savage, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he's breaking bodies, not building them. And you know what's been cool to me is that I made like all the major newspapers in Croatia.
Did you really?
They all wrote articles about me. I got screenshots of them. I don't speak Croatian, so I don't know what they say, but I know one of them translates to American Crow Cop, which I thought that's pretty timeless. That's like getting a Mamma Mia from Morrow. And I got another bigger newspaper there that wants to do like an actual article with me. They sent me like 25 questions to answer. Looking forward to that. I'm trying to get diplomatic immunity over there.
Maybe there you go. Maybe get on that Russia card. Well, I guess that's coming up pretty soon, but still, I mean, what's that like? That was going to be another question of mine. What's it been like? I asked how things have changed. You've got a ton of feedback. I mean, I've seen it on social media since the fight happened. How has that been, just getting all this feedback that, I knew you felt like you were going to win, but I'm sure you didn't anticipate this much, craziness from people online, because everyone saw that knockout. It was incredible.
Yeah. Well, it's been like a mission complete to me. You'd be stunned. I didn't sleep very much until Wednesday, James, because I stayed up answering everyone that messaged me. And I would say 90% of those messages were all somebody that it was either bullied, that was overweight, or insecure, any of the above. You can imagine some of the messages I've got. I answered every single one of them, what I already knew and they needed to know. And that right there for me cannot be topped.
Yeah.
That being said, I loved talking to them. And I hope that they understand, like, we're in this together. I'm one of you, you know what I mean? I'm just a guy. You're just a guy or girl. We can do great things. You just got to put your mind to it and do it. Don't settle for anything less if that's not what you want. And I want to take them all to the top. I want them to see that this is not a game, man. Like, you think I spent over 10 years training and preparing and doing this stuff just for people to say I'm not in shape, and I put it all out there on the line every single time. I have a 100% finish rate. And then guys like Grant Neal and Alex Polizzi, and I'm not knocking them either, but they look like Greek gods. And you watched their fight, did no? You did, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Tired at the end of the first round.
Yeah. It's true.
Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And that happens a lot. The guys that are the biggest, that look the most physically like strong, they don't have good cardio because a lot of that's getting wasted. It's like I said, it's not a bodybuilding competition. It's fighting. It's pure fighting. And it's so different. And fans are so brainwashed by that stuff sometimes. They see a good physique and they're like, oh, that guy's going to get destroyed. And then, never, doesn't happen that way all the time.
And let's talk like, you know what I'm good at, James? Fighting. I can beat you at a boxing match, kickboxing, K1 rules, Muay Thai rules, you name it. Wrestling, freestyle, folk, or Greco. Like how you want it, dog.
Yeah.
How you want it.
And anytime, anywhere. What's the latest on Bellator? Because, that was one of the things with this win. Again, I think we can call it what it is. Bellator wanted Christian Edwards to win. They did. They built him up and they brought you in. And now you're the guy that triumphed him. Is there any talks about a contract extension? Because I know that was one of the things that you had mentioned after the fight.
I have not heard anything from them. My management's handling all of that. But, like I just said, Polizzi and Grant Neal gassed at the end of round one. But because I don't look like an Abercrombie model, they left me out of the top 10.
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean, and like, I know it takes them, they may be able to update. They may update them next week and me be on there. But, I want to, and everybody I talk to wants to see me, aka Johnny Lawrence 2, versus Mr. Miyagi, Lyoto Machida. Karate versus karate background. You'd love to see it. I'd love to do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would want to see it after that win. That's the thing. A big win like this, they should capitalize on it. It reminds me a bit of when Zach Freeman fought Aaron Pico, right? I know different weight classes, but same sort of thing. Nobody thought Zach Freeman, they were counting him out. Aaron Pico's the future. Zach Freeman finishes him in the first round. If I'm Bellator, I'm striking while the iron's hot. And that kind of gets to my next question. Do you want to get back in there right away? Because it didn't look like you took any damage. I think if I'm Bellator, I'm putting you right back in there and riding this train as long as it can go.
Yes. I mean, now that I'm home and I realize like my hand was kind of swollen a little bit, and like, but I'm gonna hit the gym hard Saturday and kick it all right back off because I know Machida's been training, man. That's really the one I want. I think for me, I mean, I heard about him when he beat Rich Franklin and Stephen Bonner, and then I watched him beat Tito and all those other guys and win a world championship. Like, it's my time. They won't agree with me, and not everybody will. I put in my tenure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fixing to be 30 years old, several surgeries, and I feel really good now. Maybe doing my best work. I got the blessing from my job that like to pretty much go handle my business, and I intend on doing that.
That's awesome, man.
Wholeheartedly, and it's been a dream of mine always. I wish Bellator would back me on this. Let me represent them on New Year's Eve in Japan.
Oh my God. How cool would that be? This is what I love about you, man. You're an old school fan. We're just talking off air too about all the old stuff. Like Saitama Arena. Imagine getting a fight there. How cool would that be?
Icing on the cake. The only thing left for me to do now that strikes my interest is to fight hitters and fight at the Tokyo Dome or the Saitama Super Arena or win a world championship. Okay. And I could knock out almost two of those things at one time. And then, maybe not the third, but that might set it up down the line. I mean, I'd fight really whoever, but I want to fight if I'm them, I'm sure they probably want me to fight Grant Neal or somebody like that. Like, though nobody wants to watch me fight those guys because they're boring. I fight for the finish. I don't fight to go to D2 wrestling and lay on each other. And nobody wants to see that. Bellator, please. Let's fight somebody entertaining because trust me, I'm not coming to I'm not there. Like I said in an interview earlier this week, I don't know if you heard, you're not fighting me to win. You're fighting me to survive from bell to bell. We will be fighting.
Exactly
My
what you said there.
brother
You're a fighter,
Diaz,
right? You know, and anytime, anywhere.
like I said, like Diaz is fighting this weekend. We're literally going to fight. There's nothing cool about it. It's going to get physical, and I want somebody that's going to want to engage in that with me and put it on, put a show on for the fans, and not, you know, make them go to the beer stand because they can't stand to watch the, point match anymore.
Speaking of beer stands, tell me about this party you got planned tonight that's happening. It's with your work, right?
Steel's Dive. No, this is going to be everybody from Nashville to, Biloxi is invited to this
Oh
thing.
man.
I've got so many fans from around here. I said earlier this week, I could sell out if you put me versus Rampage Jackson, Jaleel Willis, Hannah Guy, T. Cummins, Trevor Wallace, any of those guys from Memphis area or in Nashville, even maybe get Luke Sanders, fight somebody, could get him to come out of retirement, fight somebody, Dustin Ortiz, any of those guys. We will sell the forum out where the Grizzlies play. I have no doubt in my mind.
That's awesome. Yeah, I look forward to it. And before we go, I got to ask, anyone message you that they want any big money on your fight? Because you were a huge underdog. There's got to be someone out there who won a lot of money.
Artie the Jeweler, New York City. Enjoy the 30,000.
30,000, really? That's amazing.
Sent me the ticket. I think he bet 2,250 or 2,500, and it was close to 30,000. Not quite, but that's a lot. He told me that he was giving me family prices for my whole family on big ice watches.
Gonna get some bling.
So I don't really wear jewelry. I have a few nice watches, but I don't really wear jewelry a lot. But Artie, if I couldn't rock a big tuna chain, but if anybody is going to make me believe I could, it's you, brother.
Love it. Actually, I do have one more thing because you mentioned Nashville. I've been to Nashville once. Have you ever been to the trailer park? It's a bar and it's got like grass underneath it. It's right near the arena where the Nashville Predators play. Have you ever been there? It's like amazing. I'll always remember that.
I have not been to that place, but I have been to that area of Nashville. I've been to the Bridgestone Arena.
Bridgestone, yeah.
But haven't been to that place.
There you go. Next time you should go. I went there one time and I thought that was such a cool bar. It was really, really cool. They got like fake grass on the ground and like a band playing, and it was awesome. So I didn't know if you knew that or not, because it's Nashville, but still I thought that was kind of interesting. So there you go. Ben, thanks so much for doing this, man. Really appreciate it. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Thank First Round Management, Bellator. My banner is not hanging up in my office here off the top of my head.
I'll tell you what, you plug the social media, then they'll see the sponsors on the social media because you're always posting it there, right?
That's why I like you, man. Ben Big Tuna on pretty much all platforms, from Instagram to Steam to Old School RuneScape, man. I'm out there.
Love it.